Hi. I probably have something between my teeth. I just had a salad. It was a very good salad. I know I don't have the physique of someone who eats salads, but that's because usually I don't. I am simply not a fan. So as usual, we're just gonna wait to see if people show up, and I'm gonna post the rules and stuff like that. Damn, I did some really good Kool-Aid this morning. Cherry. And let's see. Pretty sure I talked about that last week. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. But that's not the piece I did this week. So long story short, I still love Liquitex inks, and the other inks that I got for Christmas that are now in the garbage were obviously shit, because look at the results that I got with the glass pen with my good inks. Now that looks good. It looks good. I am dying with the heat right now. You guys wouldn't believe this shirt. This really cute TMNT shirt was bought already with the thickness of tissue paper. I'm not stupid, I got it wrong. But and I am still dying with the heat. Hi, Coco. And I am still dying with the heat. You gotta give him that. My dad will not let us die of hypothermia. There is no way in hell. I have a goiter. It's not going away anytime soon because I'm old. You think that's something? But yeah, the thing I did this week, and more explicitly yesterday, was this a watercolor of Glamrock Freddy. Now, normally I would be putting some FNAF music on, but I'm going to get yelled at by the copyright police, so you just imagine your favorite FNAF song. It's mostly Gensai Tambi Kuretake brand watercolors with some Poscas. The black ink is mostly the liter, and well, I got it right here. The ink that I used for the Freddy in the background, because my deleter was being a little piece of shit for detailing, is my Kuretake Fudegokochi regular. I guess I didn't have enough room on the little label. I used this end, which is a rubber end similar to my favorite Pilot pen, because it also has a bullet nib. I mean, it's Kuretake, and we all know how much I love Kuretake. And of course I made a little label because I am not good enough to read all this. But you have to admit it's pretty. Got it off a sampler from Jet Pens. Who has confirmed to me that even if they don't have a date, they do plan on eventually stocking the new Kuretake Gansei Tambi Art Nouveau inspired watercolor set, and I will be stocking them until they do, because I want those colors. There we go. Oh, I'm very zitty today. Must be the combination dust and flames from hell. As for Freddy, I don't know if you guys can see. I had a lot of trouble around his nose because the black watercolor, even if his nose was completely dry, the black watercolor decided to seep all around his nose. I had to... I'm not even sure what I did, but I improvised with a mix of white ink from this pen, which is a Kuretake also, but I don't know if it's the comic white pen or the tombstone white pen. I can't tell. because I have another similar one. Brush pen white. Okay, so this one's the brush pen, so the one I used was a Tombstone pen. Okay. Nothing like expelling excess gas. Well, sometimes you need to. You can't keep it in. It's dangerous for your health. You don't want to explode. And mixing the white ink with Posca and more watercolor to try and cover all the black that was around the nose. I was too busy panicking. I should have tried to take a picture of that when it started seeping all over, and I was like, ah! I'm almost done. Why are you doing this to me now? Top 10 anime betrayals! But I saved it. And let's see now. How about I go and get my script, and then we can get the comic started since we got somebody watching. See, Coco's got a right idea. Gotta let it all out. Script, 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 script. I love Poscas. I need more. Oh, I love Poscas too. Like, they save your life when none of your white inks want to cooperate. For starters. Plus you can do highlights with different colors than just white. Corrections, stuff like that. And I also use them on the rare occasions when I do fake animation cells. Because actual animation paint is kind of expensive for someone who's not actually doing animations. Just want to draw an acetate, you know? Oh, there's my script, so I can go ahead. Where's my... Doink! There we go. Eventually I'd like to have a stream deck, but that's really just me being fancy because, as you guys can see, I have control of my my stream through my phone. But the thing is, I have to get out of that app to go in the companion app for Clip Studio. So that's why I would like to have a stream deck eventually, but there's no hurry, you know? It'd be a nice perk. I'm all for anything that makes my life easier. Had it hard enough as it is. Boink. Also not sponsored, I just want to say that I absolutely love True Grit textures. And I did mention last week that I was being offered a sponsorship from HelloFresh. And I tried to take it, but the page would constantly refresh and tell me that I didn't take it. And now this week they're trying to get me to take the sponsorship again, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't know what they're doing. I keep in mind, I'm drawing from memory what my grandma's wedding dress looks like. We have the portrait upstairs, but they were outside next to a really cool car. So they had coats on and everything, so that's what I'm going to draw. There's Mammy looking like my Aunt Lisa, and then there's Pappy looking like Al Capone. But like the cool one, the little pencil mustache there. Looking like really skinny Clark Gable. Yeah, the fedora and everything. But an actual fedora, not a friggin' trilby. Not that there's anything wrong with the actual hat. One of my favorite video game characters is called Trilby, and he's wearing one. Everyone wore a hat back then, so of course they were real fedoras. With the beaver pelt felt. At least I'm pretty sure they got married in the 50s. Like late 40s, early 50s. Because they definitely got married before they had their kids. Of course, by the time Mammy was old, quote unquote, She had her hair cut and curled, and it was starting to gray. BC Mammy has the same face as you when she's mad. Yeah, we all share the same exact bitch face. It's for once, it's not a case of same face syndrome. It's genetic. Here's the thing though, I was at that funeral. I don't remember what the aunt looks like, so I'm just going to draw whatever comes to mind for her. I'm gonna write ish because I'm not sure about the date and somebody's gonna do the math after the comic is done. I mean, I say 2001-ish because I know when Pappy died, but I don't know when we buried him. I know it sounds mean, but like he died a week after 9/11, so that was kind of awkward. But I don't know when we buried him, or if we kept his ashes for a while before we buried them. I don't remember. It's way too far from me. So while that happens, how are you all doing? I've been slowed down on my playthrough of El Super Mario RPG, as in I'm playing the Spanish version. I was slowed down because I am currently excessively working on 2 comics at once, and I may be a little tired. But yesterday I picked it up a little bit before I started my Freddy painting, and I actually got high enough levels with Mario. He was at level 26 when I went right back through Smitty's place and went to Monster Town, and I beat Culex with minimal struggling. Oh, Paul just showed up. Good afternoon, Sharon and Coco. Hi, Paul! Grandma kept Grandpa's ashes for a while before burying him in some tiny town. I'm still ticked off about yesterday. Oh. Eventually I'll find some time back to work on stream avatars, because I do want to finish editing some of the main hands so that they fit, and implement the back hands so you guys can like double wield at least. And there's some heads I want to fix, like the Bob Ross wig. At least adjust it to the face. You have to constantly check if I'm... Because apparently last Sunday we had a little cutoff in the middle of the stream. I didn't even notice. So I'm kind of slightly obsessively making sure I'm still connected. Also, my RAM is forcing a little bit again, so if there is slowdown, 1, they are 100% my fault, and 2, there's nothing I can do about it. I am very thirsty though, but it's good to stay Oops, I forgot to put you on never sleep mode. Now normally companion mode on Clip Studio is supposed to override sleep mode, but it does not. Guess who's here? It's fast time. Joel! Hi, Joel! Hi, you 3-foot tall piece of fluff. Now that's a bit better when we have everybody. And of course, just gotta show off real quick again, because Joel is here. Now normally the color should be normal on the little screen, because there's no green in this piece. Wait, the turquoise. The turquoise is invisible. There is some green on this piece. Ah! Well, you saw it on my social medias. I've been trying actually to put a little couple things on TikTok this year. No, I don't want to invite a friend. Bah. So far, I've put the little multiple layer eraser thing, which if you guys want to see, I have no problem showing you. If you want, if you have Clip and you're wondering how to work with that. Slim Shady. The eraser trick got 890 views so far, and me liberating Freddy from the block of watercolors has 17 views. But I'm not gonna click on them because I put copyrighted music, and if they show up on the stream, I'm gonna get yelled at. But yeah, this year I'm going to try to use my TikTok. Also, while we're at it, the other test was to see how much of the paint would flow on the underside, or if it would warp a little bit from the water from the top layer. And look at that. There's a little bit of paint on the edges, if you guys can see. Here's a good one. There we go. There's a little bit of paint on the edges, but like, you know, nothing that can't be fixed or ignored completely. But other than that, the bottom piece is like perfect. Absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. So yeah, what's the brand of this thing again? If you guys are interested. Fluid 100, this is Speedball watercolor. Fluid 100, not sponsored. 140 pounds, 300 GSM, whatever that means. 15 sheets, now 14. But sharing TikTok is lame. Yeah, I know. I'm lame. I'm gonna try to show myself off somehow. And I do not have the organization skills for OnlyFans. Don't even bother looking, I do not have an OnlyFans. You're too good for TikTok though. Are we really gonna have the argument? Willie? Oh, I'm still on. Yeah, that was kind of dangerous, seeing as yeah. So here's what we're going to do. Since apparently we're here, I'm going to lock this. Now, you guys can see that I have my pencil and my my sketch layers underneath. Now, if I use the normal eraser on the pencil layer, it will only erase the pencil. But now that I locked my panels, when Sharon's mad, she gets Elmer Fudd on me. Yeah, because I completely lose my English, apparently. If I go on the multiple layers eraser, and my white layer is also locked, so that's good, because or else it would erase the white layer too. And I go ahead and it erases the pencil and the sketch. Now this looks like nothing, but with the other project that I'm working on, where I have to work my colors on 3 different layers, it's useful as fuck. But right now I need it on hard eraser. Because here's the thing, if I want to do a lighting effect, I would need to erase parts of my blue layer, then go and erase parts of my magenta layer, then erase parts of my yellow layer. That's kind of slowing me down. But if I lock my ink layer, my paper layer, and my texture layer, and then I go on bug nuts with the multiple layers, that is saving me time on alignment. Oh my god. Especially considering this type of coloring already takes a lot of time compared to my usual one, because I cannot use the paint bucket. At least until I can figure out how to combine the texture of a brush with a paint bucket tool. There's probably a way to do it, and I haven't found it yet. So that was your Clip Studio lesson for the day. Shiro, will you ever have Photoshop tricks? Never. I hate Photoshop with a passion. And what's really weird is that some people, if you tell them that you hate a certain software, decides that you also hate them too because they like that software. Like, first of all, I don't even know who you are. Secondly, why would I hate you for being able to work with a program that I could never get to work? If anything, all the power to you. You know? Like, good for you, you succeeded where I failed. Now, I don't have the time right now, but it has been suggested that I make some 10 minutes video manga classes. I don't care if you said they were anime classes. I don't animate, therefore they are manga classes. And the one thing I've been stuck on thinking about that, even if I don't have the time right now, I'm allowed to think about it. I got ADHD. I can think about 400 things at the same time. Oh. Yay! Thank you, Annan! Very appreciated. Just me that off and on you hear sometimes when I draw. Thanks you very much. That's the chips that I dug out of my screen protector. Because I have a metal nib, and I apparently draw like a maniac. I need context. Are you angry that you're being forced to get married? Well, I mean, if you read the text... Take your time while I drink. And for people that would sub to the OnlyFans that I don't have, I am not married. Never was. Probably never will. Do not care. That's Shiro's granny. One of them. I can't say the one with attitude because I had two that had attitude. Who is getting smack talk. Speaking of smack talk, earlier this morning, in fact, I had posted the Rockstar Freddy watercolor on the official FNAF group on Facebook. I didn't know, I thought it was a dream scenario. No. Same here. And first comment was, it's so gorgeous, and the other one was, his face is deformed, lol. And one, of course I'm going to keep thinking about it. Because I am a petty little goblin. And I'm like, that's rich coming from someone who draws like you, but that's not what I said, because they're most likely a kid, especially after I went to look at their account. And I was like, oh, you are young probably, aren't you? But at the same time, it's not like they were wrong. Because he is kind of lopsided. I'm looking at the shading around his eyes, and it's like one of his eye socket is much bigger than the other. But one, it was my first time drawing in. And two, there is a certain etiquette to critique. Now imagine if I was a kid. I would be destroyed by that, especially with the lol at the end. Like, imagine if I would talk like that to my students. Paul would have my ass for breakfast. Of course, all I'm really thinking after that is, you're a petty hobgoblin, you're better than an ordinary one. You know, the type of goblin you get like 3 dungeons down when they're a little stronger. I mean, secondly, this is how I draw my webcomic. You guys are seeing how I draw my webcomic right now. Am I really placed to try and defend the lopsided facial shape of my Freddy? The only person I'm better than is the me from yesterday. So already I know that next time I draw Glamrock Freddy is going to be better than this one. But this one is still pretty friggin' spectacular for something that was done, like, it was done wet on wet. Like, watercolor is not my best medium, but it's one of my favorite ones regardless, because I enjoy it. And this was done wet on wet. Usually I'm wet on dry, where the paper stays dry, and that's why it buckles, because I don't want to prep my paper, because I'm a spoiled brat like that. But I think I did pretty good. At least for the color mixing. I like it. I like the fact that the sky in the corner is the exact same color as my bedroom, which is the exact same color as the cover of the first Sailor Moon art book. So of course I'm going to talk about it, because when you're a professional artist, she says, while drawing like this, let's be honest, Sharon, you're better all of us combined. I am better with all of you guys combined. That's true. I'm like that big robots when the Power Rangers combine all their animals together, and then they sit in the chest, and then destroy 3 abandoned buildings. They're always abandoned. Megazord, that's the word I was looking for. You did really nicely with that Freddy drawing. Thank you. But I have to talk about it because when you're a professional artist, people think that they can't tell you anything. But then you end up with a bunch of yes men that will only cater to your ego And then you can do no wrong, and then you stop improving, and then you feel like you are better than everybody. So yeah, of course I'm petty about it, and of course I'm going to be thinking about it, but I'm not destroyed. I'm not gonna throw away my stuff and never throw again because that one person on the internet thinks that my anatomy is not so good, and I mean, they're right. But I'm working on it. That's the important part. Sharon has never seen a Power Rangers show in her life. I have seen one Power Rangers episode in my life, and the movie, the first movie. Now, don't start rumors. I have seen more Big Bad Beetleborg episodes than Power Rangers episodes. Sharon, a yes man is less likely than you think, folks. But I just hope, honestly, that this person doesn't talk like that to all the artists on the group. Because some of them are like literally 13. Remember, folks, no means no. Yeah, the fun thing with ADHD, you forget everything except slights. And to prove that, once again, not just my face is genetic, but the fact that I'm petty, this very story. My grandma looks like the queen. She was a queen to me. I mean, they were pretty much both... I mean, the ones that count anyway. They were pretty much both badass and no nonsense. One had 14 kids and a husband. The other one had the church on her ass for everything and anything, and before the church, it was her own mother that was a complete harpy. And me, well, we all know about my childhood because I'm constantly a pain in the ass telling you guys about how much I was abused as a kid. So yeah, we kind of have it up to here past a certain point. I still don't know how I got this small jagged tooth from yesterday. It's not rough anymore, but my tongue is too fixated on it. You're going to get it by erosion. Stop. Ooh, the desert. From the World of Runes, I believe. I love these big, round, cartoony glasses. I'm Noivus, but he never had teeth problem. I literally had the same tooth explode twice in my mouth. And, let's not forget, this crocodile sucker right here, okay? So shut the hell up with your little jagged tooth. We're not even mentioning my, my wisdom teeth. I got one here, 3/4 of one here, a micro tooth here, and one that just grows in the gum. Had tooth problem in her life. Shut up. I am nothing but teeth problem. Why do you think in most of my selfies I smile like this? Because I have a can opener in the middle of my mouth. You better believe if I bite you, I'm running away with a chunk. Now I got Vaseline on my stylus. I have no choice but to put Vaseline on my face because it's so dry down here. Speaking of teeth, what were some methods you did as a kid to remove your baby teeth? Accidentally with an apple in 1st grade. There was one time where my grandpa tied a rope around one of my teeth and pulled. And there was one time I was just fiddling with it constantly, this one actually, when I was fiddling with it constantly trying to pull it out of my mouth while watching Pepe Le Pew. And that's the ones I remember. But most of the time, I always had my fingers in my mouth trying to yank the baby teeth out. Because I didn't want to swallow them. Also, mild reminder that I own all of your asses. For me, Mom usually tell me to leave it alone, but most of the time I would pull my baby teeth in class and bleed all over the place, scaring my teacher and classmates. I didn't really bleed, personally. Like, likely a little bit of blood, but I didn't really bleed. Like, the tooth was already halfway out by the time I was playing with it to get it out. What did I miss? We were talking about our teeth. And Joel said I didn't have a single tooth problem in my life, which prompted another giant rant. Because, well, okay. It's not just that I'm just not afraid of the dentist. You guys know how much I hate needles, but the higher on the arm, the less it bothers me. Oh, Sam! Hello, my name's Sam. Hi, Sam! Everybody's here! Well, while I finish penciling, we're gonna... My name is Sam. I live in the second floor apartment. One of my baby teeth had this long jagged root that didn't dissolve. Too bad I lost the thing after I yanked it out. It looked wicked. Oh, you had a fang! Well, I'm down. Come on, Joel! Come on, Joel! Yes! Finally! I had that too, I think. A wicked baby tooth? I think it's pretty clear that I really like it when my watchers actually win the Battle Royale instead of one of my bots. At least you get to use the frickin' prize money. It's not real money. We are not gambling. Evil little Moogle won. And he can't even get dressed. Come on. Nah. And we merge, and we save. And since everybody is there, you have 120 seconds to type join as a warrior, a priest, or a mage. Y'all have 2 minutes, people. I'm trying to compensate for the lag on Twitch, so that's why the waiting period is longer. I am trying to think about you guys. And I love the fact that Sam is coming in fighting with a plunger. I adore that. They should be more joke weapons in RPGs. The only one that comes to mind real quick as a joke weapon is the mop in Chrono Trigger. And I know where to get it, but I never use it. Because by the time I get it, it's such a joke weapon, it's not useful at all. And that's not counting when I play with New Game Plus and everything is at level 99, 99, 99. And Captain Plumberman. He will protect us from evil toilets. Well, it's my turn. I should change the U for the player code. Good to know that even on easy, Ultros will use his ink balls. There's at least that. So we're talking about TikTok earlier. I'm trying to use my TikTok more this year. So far I've only posted 2 things. You said ink. There we go. Look at us. Yay. Da 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 da. Now, I'm not drawing any earrings on Mammy because at the time she did not have her ears pierced. Her ears being pierced was a quote-unquote recent thing. which was at the same time when she decided to learn how to drive in her 60s. And it's not that Pappy didn't want her to do any of these, she didn't have the drive to do it before. And I did not mean to make a driving pun right there, but... Because God friggin' forbid Pappy, who was a cinnamon bun, tried to tell Mammy, who was an entire fireworks display, what she couldn't or couldn't do. I don't think it would have went too well for one of them. Like in those times, if the priest couldn't bully Mammy, it's not Pappy that could have bullied Mammy, that's for sure. Not even if you wanted to. It would be prettier if I did it diagonal. And the fold lines, there we go. Yeah, much better. Why y'all so quiet? I know I'm supposed to be the one to talk, but you're gonna make me talk too. You're not on the right channel if you're the chai type. Well, at least my bots are chatty. That's always nice. Anybody working on anything interesting this week? Art projects, music projects, whatever you want projects. I'm still working on the Clarity Girl comic and coloring the Aurora Man comic, as I said earlier. Hello, hello, I would like food. Well, go get yourself something. You're at home? Go get yourself some chips. I would like some chips. I should have some chips after this. I had a salad for lunch, and I'm not a salad eater. The fact that I'm 223 pounds last time I checked is proof of that. I've been working on another 2D animation. Yes, please. Yes, yes, yes. What is it about? What is it about? What is it about? What is it about? Should like your 3D stuff too. Well, yeah. Duh. My mom wanted the first song of Book of Mormon to be sung by the South Park crew, so that is... Oh my god, I am looking forward to that. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. You know, then well, once you're done and you tell me on the stream, I'm going to be showing that video on the stream again like I did with your salad fingers, right? You do realize that, right? And also for 3D, I'm making a Transformer in Funko Pop. Oh, you have the patience of a saint. You are a better man than I. Holy crap. Like I like to say, I have the patience of a god. Sometimes it's Buddha, sometimes it's Ares. Plus, right now I don't even have time for my 3D lessons. Because I am up to my ears in work, and I'm 5'2", so that's not a lot of work, really. But it's a lot for me. I don't think we would have gotten my grandma to dye her hair wild colors. She was wild, but not at that point. When she started graying, she didn't even bother dyeing her hair. You know the irony, I know I'm a gremlin. I know I have the behavior of a gremlin, and yet because I know and I internalize the fact that I am a gremlin, I'm less of a gremlin to people than other people I see online. I try to curb the gremlinness a little bit for strangers, at least. Not by much, but you know, enough to show that I've made an effort and I deserve a little gold star. Why be mean when you can be nice? It costs nothing and you're more likely to smile during your day. My little gremlin. My little gremlin, my little gremlin. J'ai un peu de problème avec mon cercle. The words I live by. Imagine how nice retail would be if a lot more people would live by those words. Now we're at a point where we're politely asking to not be treated like the shit under your feet. And bad customers be like, yeah, that we're entitled. Bad customers and bad bosses. Because I can't just say customers and bosses because there's always going to be someone. Not all men! So yeah. I made some really good cherry Kool-Aid. I can't stop drinking it. Like, just the perfect amount of goop to water ratio. Now what I'm using is the vector eraser. It's not perfect because I'm using it at a very small size, so I can have more control on which lines I actually erase. You know, I should make some VIP roles for you guys if I ever figure out how to do it, so you guys can post your art when you get new stuff. Like, I should make you mods, but not necessarily mods, but like something VIP, you know, VIP. So you guys are allowed to post. But that's the thing, that's why the restrictions are so strict on my stream. Because if I don't make them strict, then the bots and the Russian bots are going to invade. The bots and the Russian bots, they're actually two different things. There's the bots on Twitch that ask me if I want to buy followers. Never follow those links, never obey their... It's a scam, and you're going to get booted off Twitch. So never, 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 never. And then on YouTube, if I don't restrict my chat, then I'm going to be taken over by bots that will say one word in Russian alphabet. And then we're left very confused. I mean, I would just want to be called Captain Plumber, man. I mean, you could. I'm hearing footsies. Bots and botskis. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I know that with a bit of work, I can get you guys the option to pretty up your name tags. I still gotta figure that out. But I want to take care of the offhand items first. Alright. I wonder if I can do this. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not the end. I'm just trying out stuff at this point. Well, from the lack of reaction, I'd say it doesn't work. Friendly reminders, I still have control of your sphincters, so... Oh, I'm done with this. Yes, at that scale I can actually see my little preview here. Oh man, are you really going to lag for this? Okay. You can tell that Bootleg Cookie has been going on for a while when the first strips are still under the old format for Clip Studio. And yes, when I color, I like to color in blocks like this and cover some of the other items. There's less chances because I can color in layers in the same layer. There's less chances of having trouble overlapping. See, like that I can paint an eyeball right on top and there's not gonna be some weird artifacts here and there because I can see right away what I'm doing. Now here is just easier to use the lasso fill than trying to paint bucket all of that. There you go, we have hair. Yeah, when I say her hair started to gray, like it took its time. It was not in a hurry to gray. On va corriger ça. It's gonna look a little better. So yeah, note to self, as soon as the screen protector is bought and replaced, we're aiming for some more RAM. I'm gonna make it just a little lighter so you guys can actually see that she's wearing black clothes. It's a funeral! Everybody is in black. There we go, at least with a more neutral gray. Her hair is gonna pop out a little bit more from the hat. But yeah, I come from a long line of petty goblins. If that was not made clear by now. My hair has yet to get any gray. My family grays slowly. Me, it depends on which side of the family. My mammy grayed really slowly, and my pappy started going white at 15. So my two aunts, they take more from pappy. They started graying young. My mom takes more from mammy. My brother, who is actually my cousin, so he takes more from pappy because he's my Aunt Lisa's son. He started graying in his teens too, and I'm starting to have white hairs. I got 2 here and about 10 here. Yes, I counted. And I am 40, so yeah, I started having white hair at 39. Took me a while, didn't it? Yeah, Sam can't really relate to this specific conversation right now. But Paul can. When did you start graying, Paul? I think I saw gray at about 30. No, I'm almost all gray at 50. So, near death. You'll be fine. My dad died once and he got over it. Didn't care much for it. Came back to life. It's okay, just dye it. Yes, dye it a bright blue. Because that's the fun thing with gray hair. There's no color in it, so you don't necessarily need to bleach. You always gotta think positively. Oh, wait, no. My grandpa had dyed his hair black so he could look young at his wedding. He dyed his hair with shoe polish, so I've heard. Now, of course, I have no idea of the actual color of the rest of his ensemble, so I'm just going to wing it. Yeah, look at these two. Look at the skin tone of these two, and then look at me. Something happened. And I am not here for it. I'm sure people wouldn't blink if I dyed my hair blue. Well, there you go. Problem solved. Go right ahead. Don't wait for us. Fais-toi plaisir. I do miss getting to dye my hair a lot of colors. All my money is going on bill, food, and art supplies. But that is my own damn fault, isn't it? At least for the art supplies. At least I gotta say, the paper, the watercolor paper, was indeed a luxury. I do have watercolor paper. Just I wanted to see if, considering the way I paint, if having some of the sides glued down to slow down or try to prevent the warping would do anything. So that was a luxury. The blue non-photo pencils, those were not a luxury. I actually go through them like I'm eating them like popcorn. Like, nah. It was about time I got some new ones. Speaking of watercolors, I did post the making of the Freddy watercolor on my Patreon for subscribers. If my mom comes to me and tell me that ant didn't look like that, I'd be like, perfect, I'm not gonna get sued. You gotta pick your battles, is what I'm saying. Pasta. Ooh, what kind of pasta? What you making? Mine has a high meat to noodle ratio. Oh, the good kind of pasta. So basically what I did was just redraw my character Lady Cerise. Rotini with a meat sauce. Rotini! Ooh, that's always nice. My mom, last week when we went on a grocery run, she bought like all kinds of different shapes of noodles to quote-unquote force me to eat more pasta because I can't stand regular elbow macaroni. Oh, the fun things about being neurodivergent. I am officially traumatized off of elbow noodles. And that is her own fault because she makes her mac and cheese with cheese whiz. And I don't know if you know, but baked cheese whiz has a horrible odor. Not unlike melted plastic. Okay then, I mostly make penny or rotini. Penny is good too. I know Spanish, so I'm making myself giggle right now. Ah, there we go. Now I can unlock the layers. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna make a natural caption square with that. And now for this brush shape. Stars, hearts, horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons. Pots of golds and rainbows, and the red balloons. And now we got a whispering bubble because I can change the line to dashed lines. Can't remember what I had for supper last night. But we keep comments like this forever in our brains. Just waiting for the perfect time to sass back, even if it takes 43 years. At least this aunt was right on the one thing. My pappy was a really good man. Just gonna move that closer to Mammy because I put the ah down here. I just realized I am not coloring the tears. I'm gonna do that right now. I always forget those details for some reason. I'll just cut what I don't need. it'll just be easier if I do this. And then invert. There. Nice and clean. We're almost done. Am I still on? Tap, tap, tap. Yeah, I'm still on. I mean, you gotta admit, yes, Mammy truly loved Pappy, and it's her love for Pappy that makes it that she married him out of spite. It sounds like I'm kidding. I am not. Because her mother wanted her to marry, like, older and richer men that she wanted nothing to do with because they were kind of rude and stupid, and she didn't love them. She loved Pappy. But her mother didn't want her to marry Pappy. But she married Pappy anyway because she told her, either you let me marry this clearly neurodivergent beanpole, or I'm going to live with him out of the bonds of marriage. And since her mother was more concerned about her reputation than her own daughter, she relented. Yes, Yuan, coming looks awesome, Sharon. Thank you for a great show. Glad you enjoy it. I really appreciate when people enjoy what I'm doing. And when they don't, they can choke on my big rainbow. My big rainbow rotini. Let's take one last look. I'm at least hoping the fact that the earring is the same and I gave her a similar haircut that is recognizable as the same aunt. I don't really want to label everything. Pappy was a poor cinnamon roll. He was a very poor cinnamon roll. But a cinnamon roll that went into the Air Force. I don't think he ever saw combat. I mean, he had the weapons and everything, but I don't think he ever saw combat. He mostly stayed in and took care of the airplanes themselves. Heck, I don't think he even flew. Okay, I do believe we're good now. Yeah, we're good here. We are done for today. So as usual, with every end of stream, we are going to give our supporters all the extra special caramel drizzle rainbow sprinkle thanks. So thank you so much to Amber B, Paul K, Miss Enovis, David F, Marianne J, and Zedna. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. Next live stream is going to be, of course, next Sunday on the 29th at 1 p.m. Eastern. So I hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I know I had a lot of fun drawing it. I'll see you guys next week. I love you all, and bye-bye. Mwah!